Google. Google is a search engine, right? They do it for free. How could they afford 1,000 engineers? Actually, they're doing something else. They're selling us as a product. They're selling us our attention, our data, quite a lot of money for the advertiser. They bought the YouTube because they are the number one search engine of video, and after that Google invests in the search engine that customizable, personalized, which created something called bubble filter for the user. And after that, they try to create their own ecosystem to grow bigger and bigger and bigger. Well, another evidence that I would like to support my idea is from a book. It's called A Hidden Logic of Search. Actually, remember that the oil spill on the US, like by the BP, it's called Deepwater Horizon drilling rig. Yeah, has exploded. The thing is, that news just dominant on every single cable TV, but in that period of time, if you just search on the Google just BP, you wouldn't find that news, or find it very difficultly. You will find something else, like the potential of investment on their company instead. Because of what? Because of Google. Google tried to being friend with BP or other big company to maintain the ecosystem. And the last bit that quite tricky for Google is in next year time, Google will you will not be allowed to watch YouTube on Amazon Fire. Never ever. Because of what? Well, first of all, it's from Amazon. In 2015, Amazon doesn't want to sell any Google product on the website, like Chromecast, anything, because they have it, okay. But after that, on this year, Google just announced that I don't want to support Amazon anymore, because Amazon just cut down the sale of Google product like Google Home, Google Chromecast, everything. So long story short, Google just eliminated the competitor as usual to be the one, the ecosystem, the one they only can watch YouTube. Big data is so important to us as the advertisers, because we're collecting information from people around the world, like using internet through something called cookies. Cookies are everywhere on the website, such as Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, anything. The reason why big data is so important, because every single human, they think differently, then they need something very differently as well. Big data is so important, so valuable. As I said earlier, Facebook is a big fan of collecting personal information. So you can't imagine how much the big data is until this guy has requested Facebook to send him his information, personal information to him, and it ends up like 1,000 pages of his personal information just only on Facebook, including his deleted message. I just wonder what Facebook did about those data. The same part that I want to make sure that you have a clear idea of big data is, I recommend you watching the Snowden film, the guy that I talked earlier. So he basically is a computer programmer that used to work for the US government, and after that he just copy and leak all the information that US military use, including the search history on the internet, every single big data that we have used. So yeah, it's just want to know, just let you know that like the massive organization like the US government still understand how important it is. Internet is not that bad after all. Yeah, we have been taught that internet is so bad, it's the darkest place on earth. But actually, it's a treasure for us as the advertiser. You may find that spam is useless, it's utterly worthless. But actually, spam is quite powerful indeed, because according to Dr. Lauren Powell, approximately 1% of spam people that trend to buy things, 1% of 100 people, okay? And the other thing is there's something called cyber slacking. Cyber slacking is like when you're doing work and you just don't concentrate on the work and just playing phones, doing something instead, being less productive maybe. That's a golden opportunity for us. News that I would like to support my idea is that cyber slacking that has impact the overall national GMP. Yeah, it's quite a lot because it's significantly decreased. I know why I'm smiling at because it's powerful now, I think. But anyway, so more than half of office workers are spending time like until 2 o'clock in the afternoon, until 6 o'clock in the afternoon, doing shopping online, Facebooking, surfing internet, doing something else that personal, that not about the work. That's a golden opportunity for us to communicate with them, to contact them directly, personally. The film that I like to support the idea that another solid evidence is Mr. Robot. Mr. Robot is like a sci-fi series on the Amazon, which reflect the society that we live nowadays, that we tend to rely on technology a lot, computer, mobile phone, email, etc. But the main character is a hacker. A hacker is Chai, but he literally a big liar because he created a new identity online, but sometimes he's just being someone else online, scamming sometimes, threatening anything that reflect the society, that reflect the problem that we facing nowadays, really. But the thing is, just only one hacker can be powerful enough to change the world without physically hurt or harmful